should be channel 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One. It's coming through to my camera. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Mic check 1 2 3 4 check 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 check 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 1 2 3 4 5. Yep, you good? 1 2 3 4 5. Hello, control room. Hello, hello, hello. 1 2 3 4 5. Check 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5. Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, yes, yes. We're good. Okay, good.
Don't hide me completely, Mike.
All right, we're all good?
Oh, go ahead, move it. I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
I gotta get face check. Baby needs some new shoes. Mike will do.
Understand. Okay. Sounds good. Yep. I changed my career after yesterday.
Mic check 1098 76 54 321. Mic check 1098 76 54 321. Mike, how you sounding? Good. 1098 76 54 321. Mic check. Cool. All right.
I just gotta get my lungs to heat up so it stop fogging up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry about all the sidewalks.
Your bed is bigger than mine, man. I'm trying to How you doing? All right. So, we got questions.
Thank
Hi, folks. Just giving you all a 5-minute heads up.
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Jack said he want me to lower. Jack said he want me to lower the mic stand. Look like they all the same height though.
All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
All right. Good morning. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. As you all know, yesterday was a terrible day for the Penn North community. At least 25 residents suffered overdoses. Countless others were traumatized by what they saw and experienced. And we know that folks will be feeling the impacts for a long time. And we will be here to support them every step of the way. And we're really grateful. I think the big takeaway that we're grateful that we lost no one. There have been no fatalities as a result. Our first responders, police, firefighters, healthcare workers, and most importantly, our community partners stepped up and saved countless lives because of their quick action. They were out here all day and all night, canvassing, administering Narcan, and getting folks connected to the care and support that they need. I also want to acknowledge our partners at the state. We're joined today by our fabulous state senator, Senator Antonio Hayes, but obviously the Lieutenant Governor, the Governor, and their entire team who have been working with us, and surrounding jurisdictions who sent resources and manpower to us. It's important to note that we were able to mobilize at this pace and scale because of the ongoing efforts to address the overdose crisis and bring key partners together. That work didn't start yesterday, and it won't end today. It will continue to be a all-hands-on-deck approach as we continue to deal with this epidemic. The police department continues to investigate the scene and the surrounding neighborhoods, focusing on the source of the drugs themselves. And as a reminder to everyone, Good Samaritan laws are in effect, and folks can seek medical care without fear of arrest. So please, if you may have been infected or had information, please call 911. Additional resources are available through 988, the 988 helpline. And if you know anything that could help us figure out the source, please call 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. Again, that's 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. As a part of our coordinated neighborhood stabilization response, MONSE and community partners will be here to offer harm reduction and overdose prevention support, as well as other wraparound services for the coming weeks. And please don't hesitate to use these resources or bring other folks who need them to these resources, because they are here for you. With that, I will now turn it over to Chief Wallace. Chief?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good morning, everyone. I want to start off by not only recognizing but thanking the members of the Baltimore City Fire Department, as well as the Baltimore Police Department, for their initial efforts yesterday. As we all know, what drives the successful outcome of an incident are those first minutes of an incident and those decisions that were made. They recognized very early on that they were dealing with a situation that was not only severe, but one that was going to escalate. And they rapidly escalated their responses as well in response to those initial assessments that were made. So to the officers, the incident commanders, the providers, Commissioner Worley's team, I just want to thank them for what they did. Overnight, there were 4 additional transports that were made from this location. Only one of those was deemed to be a priority 1 patient. As I discussed yesterday, for us, that's a critical patient. Overall, there have been 27 total patient transports from this incident scene in various conditions. 7 of those were deemed to be priority 1 or critical. 15 of those were deemed to be serious, however non-life-threatening, and the balance of that were non-critical patients. We worked with a total of 8 local hospitals that received patients from this location, including some of the hospitals on the periphery of the city. However, the majority of the hospitals that received patients were in the downtown district as well. And finally, as the mayor said, I'll just expand on this. Most importantly, we have no indication of any fatalities. These are medical illnesses. They require immediate intervention, and that's exactly what happened. Naloxone was used, as well as other life-saving measures, and at this point we have no indication that there were fatalities. So therefore our providers again and the police performed very admirably, and there's been a favorable outcome in a medical sense. So I'll turn it over to Director Whaley at this point.
Good morning, everyone. I want to start off by just saying thank you. We had so much support and mobilization here yesterday, from the governor's office to our counterparts at the Maryland Moore office to the Maryland Department of Health, and then numerous community organizations and volunteers who showed up to canvass the area, to pass out supplies, to pass out Narcan and test strips to the community. It was amazing to see us all come together in coordination and collaboration yesterday. We're going to be doing the same thing today. We have teams out all day who are going to be passing out supplies, passing out Narcan, educating the community on some key public health messaging. If you are using today, please do not use alone. Please go slow and have Narcan available. You'll see our canvassing teams out. Please reach out to us. We also have folks here at the Enoch Pratt Library. We have a peer on staff. There's mental health supports here from 988 and BCRI and the Embrace team from the University of Maryland. And we also have a medical person on site here from the Healthcare on the Spot van. Also want to remind folks that if you see someone that you think might need help, please call emergency services. The Good Samaritan law protects you as a caller and that person as well. So thank you all again, and we'll be out here all day. Oh, and I'm going to pass it off to Director Mavronis.
Thank you, Director Whaley. As the mayor mentioned, Monty is activating a coordinated neighborhood stabilization response in partnership with the Mayor's Office of Overdose Response and a number of community-based partners. We're starting today, as mentioned, with a coordinated series of canvasses that are going to start from this morning and go all the way into the early evening. I want to echo the mayor's remarks that what happened yesterday was a highly traumatic event for both those directly impacted and all of our neighbors in the community who witnessed what happened. Again, we're incredibly thankful that there were no fatalities. We will be conducting canvassing in roughly a 4-block radius around this area with east to west boundaries from Druid Hill Avenue to Calhoun Street. And we're going to look at engagement from today to guide how we'll be deploying resources in a coordinated fashion over the coming weeks. Some of the partners who you'll see out here today include our Safe Street sites from Sandtown and Penn North, the Liquor Board, the Peace Team, ROCA, Youth Advocate Programs, New Life Recovery, University of Maryland Baltimore Embrace Center, and a number of other partners who will be joining us today and in the coming weeks. We're going to be passing out letters from Mayor Scott that include key contact information, including 988, 911, our neighborhood response line, as well as directions to wraparound services where needed. We'll be directing people here to the library with some harm reduction resources. And as a reminder, anyone who needs support can reach us at our neighborhood response line. That number is 410-929-5488. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Okay, for questions.
Not yet, Jonas. But before we end, I'm going to turn it to Senator Hayes.
Good morning. I just want to say thank you to the mayor and all of the first responders. As the mayor knows, I grew up right here, just like couple of steps away from here, and so this is very near and dear to me. We made a lot of progress here in Penn North, and really we are forever grateful that we didn't have any fatalities. And the reason, and I think the fact that all of the resources were available, and there's continuing right here at Enoch Pratt on any given day, you could run into peer navigators and professionals that are dealing with this very sickening disease that most times claims so many lives. And so I just want to say thank you, Mr. Mayor, for continue being a partner. Over the last 24 hours, I've been in conversation with many of our state partners who are all ready to follow the lead and step in where they can. So I just wanted to stop by and say thank you. We made a lot of progress, but obviously there's a little bit more way to go. So thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Questions, we're just going to go down the line, okay?
Go ahead.
Now about the vacant abandoned building, because a lot of people went to abandoned buildings.
Yep.
Have anybody checked the abandoned buildings?
We did.
Because
So I grew up in Baltimore, so I know the culture of what happens with drug use, right? So yesterday we checked 177 vacant properties and did not find people in. We know how that operates, which is why it's different when you have folks like myself and Senator Hayes who've lived this for a long time. We know not just because we also grew up working in city government, the operational standpoint, but more importantly, the cultural aspects that come along with this.
Hi, this is Carter from the Baltimore Banner. I was just wondering if there are any things that you guys are planning to do differently, anything that kind of made you rethink like how we should approach when it comes to
See, I couldn't hear you. You have to speak up a little bit.
I'm so sorry. I was just wondering if there's anything that you guys are planning to do differently, anything that made you guys rethink your approach when it comes to
No, I think that listen. We know and understand this issue, right? But we also know the long-term effects, right? We have to understand that folks have been using drugs along this corridor since Billie Holiday walked up and down this corridor. We have to approach it the way that we have begun to approach it. The days of approaching drug addiction and overdose as a criminal thing are gone, because it's not an inherently criminal thing. The police department will deal with the actual folks that are providing and dealing in drugs and bringing this into the community. But when you're talking about the folks that are using, we have to be ready to help them with the services that they need when they are ready for them, because you cannot force someone into treatment when they aren't ready. You have to be there to make sure that they are able to do that. And the first and most important thing that you have to be in order to get treatment is be alive. And that's why we're focusing, as always, on keeping people alive, providing them the opportunities that they need to get the services that they need as we work to deal with this issue that is, quite frankly, not just about Penn North, not just about what the police are doing, it's about what we're doing as a community. And also, I think it's critically important to note, it's also about these neighborhoods that have been disinvested in for years. That's why the senator, myself, and others are so focused on putting actual investment things into this neighborhood. We're moving Charm TV right here, right? We're building a new rec center up the street. We're going to be doing things with the clinic, because we also have to have investment into areas and opportunities for people in neighborhoods that have been just ignored for generations.
Mayor, is there perhaps any video footage of the suspects? Are you going to rely on tips of someone maybe to find out who distributed these drugs?
Well, I would never tell you out loud how we're going to do an investigation. The police department is going to do the investigation. We're going to use every single thing that we have in our power to find out who the people are and hold them responsible.
Mayor, I'm curious about specifically what this substance may have been. Have there been tests? Was it one person passing things out? Two people? You mentioned about video surveillance. Who are you looking for at this point?
All of that is a part of the investigation, right? And we won't talk about that publicly right now, but just know that, as always, when something like this happens, we're testing to see what actually is in it. We're going to go and look at every single thing that we can look at, every tip, every person that has information, and we will let the police department lead on that. And when we find them, you guys will know, because we'll tell you.
So just so we're clear, we don't know the substance that was being passed out.
We will continue to. That's a part of the investigation. When the time comes for us to be able to talk about that information more openly, we will do that.
Mayor, two things very quickly. The first thing is, I want to applaud your effort, because the narrative that's going to be created is on the event and the response to the event. So I applaud how you responded. The second thing is, this ties into the opioid restitution fund. Can you talk a little bit about what you plan to do to try not to stop this from happening, because we know that's not happening, but to mitigate it from happening in the future?
Yeah, this is why we went after the funds in the first place, to be able to invest in the community and the organizations, and quite frankly the city agencies that need the support to deal with this. And we have a opioid restitution advisory board that will be advising me on how we continue to administer those funds to help those groups on the ground. We've seen many of them were named in the settlements, right, that have always been doing the great work to help people in recovery, to keep people alive, but haven't had the investment, and that's what we're planning to do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.